Hey, greetings everyone. This is New York Dan here. Good evening, good morning. This will be early morning chat for the early risers or late night chat for the West Coast folks. Oh, you know what? Something's loose here. I don't know what's doing that. What is doing that? I don't know. Hope this thing didn't break. Okay, I fix that later, man. What kind of video is this? Come on. Trying to fix a tripod. That's how chaotic everything's gotten around here. It's chaos. I am getting ready for a big adventure. Yeah, I want to get the hell out of here tomorrow. I'm hope, fingers crossed. Got a long list of stuff to do, guys. And I kind of it's been a busy evening. I've been doing a lot of work. I did plenty today, plenty, trust me. And then I went to fishing club this evening, had some pizza. I have this pumpkin ale. It's left over, man, from October. It was in my fridge. You need to have something. You need to have something like this with pizza. That hits a spot. I'll sleep well tonight. I don't usually drink beer. Usually when I do the fishing club, I have a beer. That's like the only time I usually have it. Yeah, too many carbs, man. Yeah, I'll sleep well tonight. That will put me to sleep. And tomorrow, I'm actually going to get up early. I got to do it because I got too much stuff. It's nuts. It's nuts, guys. So anyway, in today's video, I'm talking about Sarasota Tim. And the question is, I mentioned about the Goldwing being sold in my last video. We were talking about that. Yeah. And I've been going over the comments. I'm trying to respond and figure stuff out, you know. And the more I thought about it, it's dawned on me something really crazy, really insane. That story about the 77-year-old man coming out, where Tim had to pick him up at the airport. I don't know. I was going through the comments, and the more I go through it, the crazier it gets. I'm going to check the comments right now. I was looking at them earlier in the day. Let's see what the comments were. Oh, I watched Tim's video today. He was at the beach. He did one of those chats, morning chat at the beach. I watched that. And he's really on the fence. He's saying he doesn't want to have to put out a YouTube video like he's been doing, putting out so many. I think it's getting to him. He thinks it's like a prison job. He said, I only want to do a video when I'm feeling like making a video. He said, I'm not going to be, he's peed off. The views are down. Now he's saying, it's going to be on my terms when I make the video. I'm not just going to be putting them out like a prison job. Yeah, you know what? He's got some hundos back in his pocket from selling the bike. And I think he wants to cut down on the amount of work he's doing. Yeah. He's getting mad about having to go to the beach or having to do e-bikes and stuff just for making videos. I don't know. Channel's on the skids, folks. He on the skids. He's pissed. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to get into the big part about this video. I'm going to get into that next. That's about this motorcycle. We're going to talk about it. I just want to find, here it is right here, my video, Sarasota Tim unloads his dream. I just want to check the comments on here, which I've been responding to. By the way, guys, most of you are probably subscribed to my channel, but if you haven't, I invite you to subscribe right now. It doesn't cost anything, for free. because there's a reason. I got plenty of subscribers, guys. What I'm offering, the reason I'm bringing it up is because I'm about to actually be making a lot of my own content. Yes, something big's happening. I am getting ready to travel out of here, and I'm going to be doing an adults-only cruise. I'm going to be visiting Florida again, going to several different places. I am going to check in with Dinger, but I got to wait until a little bit later once I'm down there because I'm under the gun. I'm on a strict schedule because of the cruise. Yeah, and I'm doing a bunch of stuff. I'm actually meeting my sister's family. I'm going to be showing you, there's some kind of Airbnb they got. I haven't seen it. Yeah, we're going to take a look. We're going to see what it's all about. And then I'm visiting my other friend that's on the skids, not Sarasota, a friend I went to school with down in the real South Florida, the Boca area. Yeah, and I'm going to be checking out different restaurants. We could do, if I'm lucky enough, I have enough time, if everything goes right, we might be able to do some really cool stuff, including, I'm up for cool stuff. If you guys have ideas of what to do, I'm thinking maybe ride out to the Florida Keys to Key West. Yeah, Duval Street. And maybe like stealth camp, do some overnight stealth camp. I don't know. Maybe we definitely check Miami. Go there. One of the things I'd like to do is check out Fontainebleau Hotel. That's where a James Bond movie with Sean Connery was filmed. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. I want to go to Fort Lauderdale. I got a lot of cool things in mind. But anyway, I'm going down a rabbit hole. That's why I'm so stressed. I got to get everything ready. I got to figure this all out. Yeah. And you'll see. I picked up a cool ride. I'm going to show you. I'll put some of the clips together. I was looking at it this afternoon. It's sweet. And you're going to see it on the channel. I'm going to review it. And I'll tell you more about that later. That's all coming up on the channel. And maybe tomorrow night I'll be able to get you some footage from the road. But we'll see. I'm going to be super busy tomorrow. Let's put it that way. Maybe the West Coast folks will see it. Anyway, let's get back to Tim's the motorcycle video. Want to go over a few of the comments. And tonight I definitely am keeping it compact, Jack, because I can't be up all night. I'm worried about how much stuff I got to do. There's a lot more stuff I do that's not on video. Yeah, that's the thing. I have a lot of stuff going on. Okay, so let's do some comments here on the video. Mary Lil says, I don't believe Dim's story about the buyer at all. It got 10 likes, right? Eric in Florida says the Grinch is probably next. What do you guys think? Is he going to liquidate? Is he liquidating everything? It's a fire sale. Well, when I was reading through these comments, I started to question the story. I'm going to talk about it. Council Bluffs Kim says he lost his ass on that Goldwing, but will never admit it. He will recoup the loss from his fanboys. I don't know about that. I think it's a lot of money to recoup from donations. I think he lost like a big chunk of change. Maybe like, I'm thinking he lost something like $7,000 to $8,000. Yeah. Yeah, and Eric, there were two replies. Gen X says $20 is $20. That was one of Tim's sayings. It was some kind of a sign he saw in Key West, or a shirt. And then Birdie the Explorer says, Auction house special. He can't skip rent now. Yeah, he used to say in his videos, he said something about when he was younger or something, when the rent was due, they would skip out on it. They would like leave early or something. Dust on the Bottle says, Tim's story about the sale of the Goldwing sounded a little far out to me. Everyone he sells something to is a legend. I'm calling bullshit. I think you're right. I think you're right. And the more stuff I hear about this, the more fishy the story's sounding. Yeah. Yeah. After I posted the video last night, I'm going to be doing this traveling that I keep talking about, and I'm driving. I'm not flying. That's the thing. I don't really enjoy flying. I know it's fast and stuff, but anyway, the thing is, I've been checking like AccuWeather, and I keep checking the weather along my route. I want to see what's going on. I've been worried about that, and I'm like, wait a minute. The guy that bought the motorcycle from Tim, he lives like in the Midwest. He's driving the bike back. Tim said he brought the weather, or he has stuff for cold weather to ride the bike, and he's a pro at it, and all this crap he was talking. But then it dawned on me, if you're driving that bike to the Midwest, I mean, Florida's one thing, and the South, southern United States, extreme South United States, you probably aren't going to run into a problem with snow. But it dawned on me, the same problem I'm facing in New York. If you're going to the Midwest, the roads are like snow. You get snow there. It's covered with snow right now. We've had a bad winter. Not to mention all the road salt and crap. Do you want that getting on a bike, a $30,000 bike? And I have a motorcycle license. Yeah, I have a motorcycle. I've driven several motorcycles. I have some experience with it. And being that it's up in New York here, that I've been driving the bikes, I used to drive it to work sometimes, the motorcycle. And I would have to get to work real early. I would leave at like 5 a.m. in the morning. And there were some days you wanted to take the bike out. The weather looked like it was nice, but it was very, very chilly at that hour of the morning. And I remember the problem is, even if you have like a good helmet with a face shield, if you keep the face shield in a pretty close position, it starts fogging up. There's a real problem when you have cold weather on the bike. And then as you're driving with the wind going by you, it's extreme. It will freeze you. Yeah, I'm talking if you're riding the bike when it's like 30 degrees or, near freezing conditions like they have in the Midwest. If it's 50, yeah, that's not bad at all. The stuff Tim's complaining about riding it in Florida, he's just being a joke about that. That weather's perfect riding weather. I don't know what his problem is. He can't fit into the riding suit, I think. He's trying to ride the bike with shorts on or something. If you have the riding suit, you're fine. You could ride that all day long in Florida. That's beautiful weather to ride it. You don't want it too hot. You don't want it to be, what do you want, it 90 degrees and you're sweating away in the leather outfit there with the helmet? No, you don't want it that hot. But it dawned on me, the story doesn't jive. If you get that bike up headed to the Midwest, it's going to be way too cold this time of year for you to be riding that thing. And the roads are going to be a mess. It doesn't make any sense. Someone buying a $30,000 bike, I think they would maybe almost bring a trailer and an enclosed trailer to transport that thing back, being that it's winter time where you live. It would be different if he was taking it to Texas or something. And I think they've even gotten some snow this year. It's been pretty bad. I mean, we're not quite there yet. It would be different if he gave Tim a deposit on the bike and he picked it up in maybe in the end of April and did the trip then. But this just doesn't make sense. It's not, the conditions aren't right for that. Then, okay, I've ranted enough about that. The other thing that caught me, people are saying about the airport. Yeah, this guy flew in, I believe Tim said Tampa Airport. Let's see here. I'm trying to find the one where they were on here. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff. They're saying I'm a hoarder because of my office thing there. Yeah, guys, you know what all those papers are behind me? That's all stuff for the boat. Yeah, manuals, literature, stuff about the boat. I got to organize that. I got to run through it. It's all valid stuff. Let's see. Sword of the Lord said he sold it to pay for that, to have money so he can pay the lawsuit in Virginia Beach. Did you guys see my People's Court short about him? It's up on the channel. That came out pretty damn funny. McNitt 4039 says that lawsuit isn't going anywhere. Mary Lil says he's not going to pay. I'm sure he owes many and has judgments. That's why he can't get a mortgage. Tim knows, Ryan Costa commented, Tim knows if you own nothing, you are judgment proof. And you know what? I hate to say this, but I think that there's some kind of stipulation where if you get like disability or Social Security, they can't garnish wages. They can't garnish that money. It's untouchable if you get a lawsuit, a judgment. It's untouchable. Yeah, I think I got the writings on the wall. I don't know if this lawsuit's gonna. I don't know if Vibe's gonna get anything out of it. Tim might not even show up for it. She might get the default judgment, but it might not make any difference. And the judge might not even issue it. He might be like, well, the guy's out of state and the situation is not, it's very strange because it involves YouTube and it's kind of a he said, she said. A she said. Yeah, a he said, she said. That's a tongue twister. A he said, she said. Got to get barium exposure back out with his he shed. Yeah. I don't know where he's been. I haven't searched for his channel, but I haven't noticed anything coming up on the feed. Hope he's okay. We don't want to start any rumors around here. So yeah, that was more, let's be real, that was more about Calpo and Carl doing that thing. The guy said he had email from Barium's wife and he was attending the funeral and he was dead serious about it. So anyway, yeah, okay, let's get out of this rabbit hole here. The lawsuit, yeah. The thing is, it's kind of like hearsay. It's like he said, she said. The whole thing is over. Oh, I could have made ad money during the time the videos were struck and things like that. I don't know if it's even going to fly. If Tim doesn't, most likely, I don't know if he's going to make that trip. I think he might just not show up. And then I'm not so sure the judge is even going to allow the suit to have a default judgment. He might say that the court filing lacks proof, and the money lost, you can't really prove how much you lost because of that. I don't know. It's not looking too good. But then even if you do get the judgment, I'm not so sure you can get anything from Tim, because do you know the YouTube, the way you get paid through YouTube? Google sent you a 1099 form. Yeah, it's not a paycheck. It's not considered wages. No, you're like a private contractor. So Google's paying you. It's just like if Google was paying a vendor. Yeah, they're paying for some kind of product or service. They're paying you a check for that. So I'm not so sure that that can even be garnished. I really don't think they can do anything with that. So when she says she can tap into his YouTube pay, it's not, guys, it's not a job. It's not official wages. And if the Social Security's untouchable and Tim doesn't have, like that commenter said, there's no real assets. Maybe she could put a lien on his trailer or something like that. The micro light. Who even knows if the truck's on payments? If you have a truck and it's on payments like that, you really don't own the truck. A financing company, essentially a bank, owns your vehicle. Yeah, and you have a strict contract with them. You have to keep full insurance coverage on it at all times. It's very strict because you're not really the owner of it until that thing is paid off. So I don't even know if she can really get anything out of it, because usually when those vehicles are financed, they devalue so fast. Like if you sold Tim's truck at auction, he probably owes more money on it than what the auction would bring in. So I don't think there's anything there, folks. I really don't. Okay, back to the Goldwing. Sorry about that rabbit hole. I'm doing good, though. We'll keep it short tonight. Yeah, and then it's going to be real exciting to see everyone from the road. I got my Boost Mobile. Should be good to go. Okay, Papa Loogie says, got to admit, the grifter grifted again. He managed to sell the Goldwing at the same time build up anticipation for more views from all the haters. The guy's a clown, but he has all the haters right where he wants them, hanging on to his every word. He's never moving in with Tommy. He's never giving up his channel. People are addicted to Timmy. They just can't help themselves. Ignore the idiot and he will go away. Most of his views are from hate watchers. Yeah, that's some comment, right? I think, though, I think that this story that he told about the buyer of the bike and everything, the whole story about it, he scammed us, guys. This whole thing is a scam. He scammed the viewers. Yeah. This did not happen, okay? This is a made-up story. One of you commented, you were saying, well, this comment's been kicking around in other videos as well. I was trying to find it, but there's so many comments in here. Oh, here we go. Kathy Weber says, she put a comment, but did he film it? Yeah. And I replied, that's right. If Tim didn't film it, it didn't happen. I put, he would have filmed driving by the airport for sure. Yeah. You know what? I'll give her a thumbs up on that. This is a very good point. This is a very good point. You know how Tim was talking about how he went around the airport a few times. He was picking the guy up, all this stuff. He drove the truck there. Tim's always filming when he's driving the truck, right? That's when he does his filming. And he talks. He's telling us what's going on. Where's the film from going to the airport? I'm sure he would have filmed it. This makes, when I saw these comments, I started reading through. I'm like, wait a minute. It's not making any sense. Definitely not making sense. When I went on those cruises out of the city and we did the airport transfers, yeah, when you go by the airport, there's so much stuff going on. It's exciting. I filmed that. I was making videos. You can't not film it if you're going over by the airport. Yeah. It is very, very strange that there's no film. If the guy maybe was camera shy, he didn't want himself filmed, yeah, at least you could film the airport or what you were doing and tell us, hey, I'm over at the airport today. I'm picking the buyer up. He could have told the story and posted a video saying, I've got the buyer. I'm going to bring him over to check the bike to pay, and he's going to drive it back. And he even stayed at a hotel, I believe. He was saying something about, he asked the guy, do you want to stay overnight or wait till the morning or something? I think the guy brought the bike maybe right to his hotel. And then this is the story, at least. And then he was going to ride the thing back home. Yeah, you know what? The whole thing makes no sense. Also, if the guy bought your bike, right, I'm sure the guy, if he put on the helmet and he's got the riding gear on, I'm sure he would let Tim film him, even if he didn't want to be on camera, because you can't really see who it is with the helmet and everything. I'm sure he would have let Tim film him, get in on the bike, have the bike drive away or whatever, show the bike, show the guy, and he would have been like, there goes the Goldwing. It's a done deal, folks. Excuse me. I gotta stay well. Yeah, one of the comments I just saw about a cruise. Someone had just gone on a cruise and they said, be careful. They had gotten a cold or something, a sickness from the cruise. Yeah, I got to bring hand sanitizer. I'm going to bring vitamin C's with me. I got a bunch of vitamin C's from Target. The Chinese vitamin C's. Maybe I'll take those. Yeah, I got everything. I got a new fish oil. I got to take all this stuff. Got to stay healthy, man. But, yeah, I think Tim's bike, that was just a scam for the viewers. That whole story is made up. None of it's filmed. That's not what happened. I think what really happened is, do you remember Tim was saying there's some kind of Honda Power Sports dealer nearby? When he was looking for the Grinch, he went over there. I think he filmed it one time when he went there. But what viewers speculate is the Honda cost too much, and he got a better price on the Grinch, the Kawasaki. Yeah, and he didn't have the money or the financing to get the Honda. He really wanted the Honda. But I think what happened is he took the Goldwing over to the Honda place, and he talked with them about selling them the bike. How much do you want to give me? How much can you give me for it? And maybe he's been in negotiations with that. because a few days ago he mentioned something on his video where people were speculating that something really bad was going on. He was at his wit's end. And he said something about, I think I got it figured out. He's like, I got some good news today, but I'm not out of the woods yet. That's what he said. And I think what he's referring to is he was like negotiating with the Honda dealer that they might be able to buy the bike from him. Yeah. And maybe he got the right price. I'm sure he got screwed over if he sold it to a dealer. That much I can tell you. But I think that's what happened. He drove the bike to the dealer yesterday and got rid of it. And he made up that whole story to make it sound good for the video. And it sounds like he was smart and got, he sold this guy on the dream. He got back most of his money. He doesn't tell the exact numbers. But I think he had to bring it to the dealership. He got screwed over. There was no guy that flew in. No, that didn't happen, guys. A 77-year-old guy who's like, the way Tim's talking, he's like the $6 million man. He came down with all kinds of stuff. He's going to ride it in cold weather back up to the Midwest. He's like Jack LaLanne. The guy's like amazing. Yeah, you know what? That fits all right in with Tim's channel, how it's all about, live your best life now. You got to be an adventurer. You got to do all this stuff out there. You got to go to the gym and stay fit. That all fits right in with his storyline, guys. That's how it's so suspicious that it's a made-up story. Yeah, it's too much of a coincidence. Yeah, it's just too bizarre. He took a beating on that thing. He had to liquidate it. I don't know exactly what's going on. Maybe he's either selling all this stuff off so he can move in with Miss Tammy if she's got a condo now, or because Miss Tammy's not helping pay for stuff, he's really like hurting and his views are down. The YouTube's not paying as much. And that's why he's trying to get cash back. He's trying to get rid of everything for cash. Yup. And he might have even been working a part-time job, because some days there just haven't been videos, or just like one video in the morning. That's what people are saying. In the morning, he would put a video, early morning, and then rest of the day, nothing. Yeah, there's some strange stuff going on. And the problem is, he may have been getting a lot of views from his big Social Security videos, residual views on those. It might not just be about the ones he's been filming every day, but the residual views on those big videos, that might have been giving him a payday with YouTube. And that might have dried up. That's the problem. Yeah. So he might be in a bad way right now. That's what's going on. Oh, there was even a comment. You guys were saying he could only afford hamburger. And then all of a sudden, when he sold the bike, he was able to buy a steak again. He could buy a steak. Yeah, that's how low it's going. Yeah, you just don't know. This YouTube stuff, that's the thing. People think it will keep going. No, you might get, if you get exceptional views like Tim on a viral video, you better bank that money, because it's not going to keep happening like that. No, the daily videos, they probably don't generate as much money as people think. I think people are overestimating what you make. It's less money than a paper route. Huh. If they even have any paper routes anymore. I don't know. But anyway, what I do know is I better get the heck to bed and get going. I got my work cut out for me on this stuff coming up. Because unlike Tim, I am actually going to be doing travels and adventures and bringing real content on the channel. Ha! Hit the thumbs up. Your friend, New York Dan. And yeah, it's an exciting time right now. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Yup. All right, guys. Hope everyone has a great night or a great morning. I'll see you later. Over and out.